And we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Translators On Air. My name is Dmitry and I'm your host. Join me tonight, my incredible co-host, Elena Tereshnikova. Hi, Elena.
Hi, everyone. Great to be back.
And our guest tonight, Sherif Abuzid. Hi, Sherif.
Hi, Dmitry. Hi, Elena. Hi, everyone.
Sherif is English to Arabic native translator and key account manager at TranslationPartner. He translates to Arabic and manages projects in African and Middle Eastern languages. Sherif studied English and translation at the Faculty of Arts in Egypt, marketing at the American University in Cairo, and he holds an MBA in International Business Administration from the Arab Academy for Science, Technology, and Maritime Transport. He also owns a translation agency, and you can find his translation agency website at TranslationPartner.com. The company translates medical, technical, software documents into Arabic, Middle Eastern, and African languages. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about marketing and what mistakes translators make when marketing their services, what tools they can use to market themselves, and what's a one-page marketing plan is and how you can prepare one. But before we jump to the topic of our conversation, I would like to make a few announcements. First of all, I would like to apologize for a rather long break that we took. Our last episode was back in December. We really missed you guys, but we had really good reasons for not to be online. I had a baby in January, so things have been kind of crazy at home. But they're slowly settling down, and everything is back to normal. So we are preparing this next season. We have a lot of great guests lined up for you. I believe all seats are taken, which is the first time in the history of Translators on Air when we have all guest spots filled. So that's great.
Can I interrupt you for just 1 second?
Sure. Yes.
I just want to thank everyone who sent me their suggestions, because it was just great. Dmitry sent out an email asking you guys to suggest someone if you know some great people who could be our guests. And you helped me quite a lot. I basically didn't have to do anything. I just had to contact all the lovely people that you recommended. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for your suggestions. We have a lot of great and interesting guests, a lot of variety there, different topics. So stay tuned for new announcements and the next webinars. I would also like to thank our sponsor, SmartCat, for picking us up for another season. SmartCat offers a great tool where you can find more work, connect and collaborate with other translators. Use the CAT tool absolutely for free. So if this is something you're interested in, check out SmartCat by clicking the green button below this video, or you can visit the first link in the description if you're watching this in a recording on YouTube, SoundCloud, or iTunes. All right, we have a few people tuning in today. Hello, Aurelie, Benoit, Ina, Elena, Dmitro, Vivian, Luis, Mary, Dean, Lubyanka. Hello, Tanya, just tuned in. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. For those of you who are watching this for the first time ever, let me explain how everything works. This is a live webinar where you can be a participant. You can ask questions by posting them in the Ask a Question tab below this video. We already have a few questions prepared in advance, but if you have a specific question, you can post your question there, or you can use a chat window to say hi, hello, and we'll be happy to connect with you guys. Also, these webinars are best enjoyed with friends and colleagues, so we still have a few seats left. Feel free to share the link to this webinar on social media, on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or in any other social network that you might use, and invite everyone to tune in and join us and participate in today's discussion. And of course, for those of you who have never seen our webinars before, I see a few new faces here. We have recorded 4 seasons of this webinar show. Everything is free for you. So if you want to check out previous episodes, go to crowdcast.io/translator, or just Google Translators On Air and visit our website on translatorsonair.com if you want to get access to our previous episodes. All right, everyone. Sherif, over to you. How are you?
I'm fine. You see my new haircut, and I was on a long religious journey, and we have some traditions in Islam. I had to cut the hair, and also I need a new look because of the baby.
Yeah, yeah. When you have kids, things kind of.
And you have to be careful.
I love my new look though.
Yeah, I like it too.
Plus,
Also,
I'm in Canada, and with our climate, having a beard
keeps you warm, right?
even in May, it keeps you warm.
You know what I have been thinking? What I mean, Elena and Dmitry have been off for a very long time. It's like 4 or 5 months. Then I remember that you had a new baby, and you need to take care of him for at least for the first 3 months.
Yes, absolutely.
It's very hard. I know. I have 4 kids, by the way, so I really know.
You're a hero.
So I'm really happy to be back again. Do you think we'd like to jump into the questions?
Actually, well, why wouldn't you introduce yourself? We know that
for those of you who probably haven't seen you
on our show.
You don't have to. Probably there are something new things that have happened since our last interview.
Nothing in particular new, but maybe in my business life that I'm trying to expand the agency and trying TranslationPartner. I'm trying to make it more solid, because you know what, moving from a freelancing background into an agency owner or something, building a team, it's a totally different story about from being a solopreneur or working for yourself, because you need to let the other people know about the process that you have been following to get new clients, to contact clients and communicate with them. This was my first, my most challenging task during the last few months after our last episode, to build a team. And I think I'm making progress into this end, inshallah.
Great.
Regarding translation, I'm still working in Arabic translation and Middle Eastern and African languages.
Great. So the topic of today's conversation is going to be marketing. You suggested something called a one-page marketing strategy. It sounds very compelling, and we would love to know more about it, because when I think about marketing, I also took a business course here in Canada, and we had to prepare this huge marketing plan for our business. And the same goes for business plan. So we had a business plan, then we had a marketing plan. It wasn't, by no means, it was a one-page document. So
it was not one page. Yes.
So can you please explain this idea a little bit to us and what it involves?
Yes. Okay. Dmitry, actually, I have come from the same background. I mean, I already studied marketing and business in one of the biggest universities or academies in the Arab region, and I used to write all this long form marketing plans. Like, you have to do the SWOT analysis, you have to do the 4 Bs or 7 Bs, and all these other stuff. But when I tried to apply these, I tried to apply them in our business life. I have bought a software to write a business plan for the company or for myself when I was working as a solopreneur or a freelance translator. But suddenly I discovered something, or this was like an aha moment that came to my mind, that as solopreneurs or small business owners, we try to copy the models of these big companies. And for me personally, I think this is a very big mistake, because these big companies, they have their own budgeting, they have their own targets. Also, they need to target, their targets are totally different from us as solopreneurs or small business owners. So there is other reason that why I'm opting now for the one-page marketing plan, is that each time I try to write the perfect marketing plan or the perfect business plan, I spend too much time in this plan, and I forget or I neglect the most important part, which is taking action, actually applying this plan. One of my friends, we were talking about it. He told me about a term. It's called analysis paralysis. When you keep just analyzing the situation. No, I need to tweak this SWOT analysis. I need to make sure that my targets are smart. This smart mission. And
probably also reading a bunch of different business books in the process just to understand it better.
this is insane for me personally. I respect all these things, and of course I follow many of them, and I respect all the writers, but still, and this came from a practical background. I mean, I'm not coming from a theoretical background, because I have always tried to apply these things. Then I found out that, okay, I will get back to the first stage of myself working as a freelance translator. What did I had in mind when I started out? But back then I didn't study the business. I didn't study any business theories or marketing theories. I find out that I had to make sure that I understand 4 core concepts, or I had to, if I would write a plan, it should have 4 main components. And if you can just lay out these components, 1 page is fair enough to write the plan. That's what, again, it's from my personal experience. Maybe it will be different from other translators, but still I'm telling you about something practical that I have been through. So why 1 page? Why 1 page marketing plan? Because we don't need to follow the models of the big companies. We don't have to. Maybe we don't have to follow the models of the big companies. We don't have to, or we don't need to be overwhelmed by the latest marketing trends, by the latest books. I'm guilty of this. You know, this is one of, I have just bought this one. It's about the digital marketing handbook. When I receive, if 2 years ago if I received a similar book, I would spend hours reading the books. I had to read each page and each word of it. But now I would just skim into the table of content and check small parts that I need to know more about. What is this related to 1 marketing page? I will not be overwhelmed anymore with similar books. I mean, I don't need to overwhelm myself with the latest trends and marketing. I will not get overwhelmed by watching a YouTube channel talking about one of the best marketing strategies, and I need to test it out right now. No, I will give myself a room or a space or a few months, a few days to test what I'm already doing now. And this is related 1 page marketing plan. That's why I hope this answers your question about why 1 page marketing plan.
Yeah.
So you mentioned something called analysis paralysis. So this is obviously one of the mistakes you might make when you're trying to market your business, like focusing on analyzing things rather than taking action. What are some other things that translators might do, and what are some of the mistakes that translators can make while trying to market their business?
Okay, the first reason, guys, I'm a translator. This is a tough love from me. Okay, the first reason is, or the first mistake is pretending to be marketing or to do marketing. Let me explain this. What you pretend to do marketing when you spend hours and hours choosing the colors of your logo. Okay, you are pretending. You just pretend that you are doing the marketing. You are not marketing. You are not doing marketing. You pretend that you are doing marketing. This is a big mistake. That's why I'm trying to focus on it. And this is the first mistake I see. You don't do marketing when you just tweak the business card, when you just build a list of potential clients. This is not marketing. You pretend to be doing marketing when you try to, okay, I will start marketing when I finish building my own website. Okay, this is not marketing. This is pretending to be marketing. This is the first mistake freelance translators make when it comes to marketing. The second mistake, maybe not being consistent in doing marketing. I mean, today morning, I received an email from one of my email subscribers. He was asking me about his how he do marketing, or how can he do marketing. He told me a situation that, okay, Sherif, can you just give me an advice? Now I have a project that will keep me busy for the coming 2 or 3 weeks. Do I need to stop doing marketing? I haven't replied yet, but after this webinar, I will give him a reply. You don't need to stop doing marketing. At least do it for a couple of hours. You don't. Back to our analogy with the big companies. The big companies, they do marketing every day, every hour. The billboards, the TV ads, you have to do it every day, because their customers they have a huge base of customers. But for freelance translators, you don't need to work with hundreds of clients. Maybe you just need to work with 10 or 15 even clients. So to attract these clients, you don't need to spend a lot of hours each day. Maybe you just spend 1 hour, 60 minutes, or 30 minutes. If you are booked in a long-term project, you can just spend 2 hours each week to market yourself. So not being consistent in doing marketing is one of the worst mistakes any freelance translator can do. Also, another mistake is that I believe is not writing a good copy. What I mean by a good copy is not writing a good and effective CV. Okay, I'm talking about the marketing materials that you can use. I'm not writing a good copy in your website. For example, people who depend, and this is different from one person to another. It depends on which marketing strategy are you following. If you are just using your CV, you need to make sure that it's perfect for your marketing strategy, for your marketing purposes. If you are using your website as a marketing tool, as a main marketing tool, you need to make sure that the copy, the writing of your email, of your website is very effective. For example, I don't like those people who write that "Welcome to my website." It's always, and it's in the homepage of many translators. But for me, as a client visiting your website for the first time, actually, sorry, but I don't care about this. I need you have that 5 or 3 seconds to grab my attention. Tell me what you are doing. Tell me how you can serve me. By not writing a good copy, also I refer to the email. If you are not writing a good email to your potential clients, this is a very big mistake. You need to review the email copy that you send to your clients. And yesterday, I think the day before, I watched a fantastic YouTube video by one of the other freelance translators. It's called Robert or something. Robert, this is a colleague who has a YouTube channel called Tips for Freelance Translators, I think. He was talking about the A/B testing concept for freelance translators. The A/B testing briefly is how that you can test your strategies. He was talking about you can apply this concept into your email subject line. Test that you send 100 email or 20 emails to to potential clients, and test if the replies is more than the other subject email that you use. Mm-hmm. So if I can just summarize, these are the main 3 mistakes that pretending to do marketing and not writing a good copy, and also not being consistent. During the last, I think in end of March, I wrote an article called 5 Reasons. I don't like to speak a lot or to spend too much time talking about this, so I may just drop a link into the chat box to an article I have written for the 5 reasons why freelance translators fail at marketing and how to fix them. So, did I answer your question, Dmitry?
Yeah, I think you have.
I was listening to you. I thought that probably the best marketing strategy would be the one that you will actually use, right? Are there any other things that make a marketing strategy good or probably better than others?
You know, this is one of the questions that have been asked in the Ask a Question tab. To prepare for this, to my answer for this question, I think I had 3 main, let's say, criteria that translators need to consider while choosing a marketing strategy. Let me try to remember them. The marketing strategy needs to be accessible. I mean, you can use it, and I will try to explain it. It should be affordable. Okay, you can pay for it, and you should feel comfortable while doing it. Let me try to explain the 3 criteria. Let's start with accessible. Now, we have different marketing strategies. You have online marketing strategies, and there are categories under this broad term, online marketing, and we have offline marketing strategies. Let's say offline, that you attend events, you attend exhibitions or conferences. For example, for me to attend the conferences of my potential clients, it's too much expensive because I live in Egypt, and to attend the conferences in USA or in Europe, it costs a lot of money, at least $3,000 to $5,000, which is a huge amount for us in Egypt to spend. So following this marketing strategy is not. I don't have access to this. Okay, and also it's not affordable for us. So maybe I will just neglect or disregard this marketing strategy and look for something accessible. Today, digital marketing is an accessible marketing strategy. Okay, now we move into, I can use digital marketing, including social media marketing, and we can talk about it later on in the webinar. Now we move into affordable. Now to do digital marketing, for us, like for the offline marketing strategy, to attend the conference, it's not affordable for us to attend all, or at least some of the conferences we like to attend to attract our potential clients because we live in Egypt. So this is not affordable also for me. Affordable when it comes to digital marketing, maybe you can have paid ads to quickly run or attract clients. Can you pay can you pay for the ads? Can you pay to hire a marketing agency to pay can you afford to pay them to run your ads? So make sure that the marketing strategy is accessible, affordable, and this is the last criterion is very important for me personally, that you feel comfortable with. For example, we can send emails to our clients to attract them or to market our services. We can make videos like the ones we are doing now. We can make cold calls. There are different strategies, but which one that you feel comfortable with? Like let's compare email and cold calls. Do you feel comfortable introducing yourself through cold calls to potential clients, or you feel comfortable while sending emails? If you love both, okay, go with them. Maybe we can talk about a fourth criterion right now. If you don't like to have phone calls, if you don't like to do phone calls, then please stop doing it and follow something or follow a marketing strategy that you feel comfortable with. When I was comparing with the email and cold calls, let me move or add a fourth criterion, which is a marketing strategy that can give more or quick results. From my experience using email or by comparing emails to cold calls, phone calls give quicker results. This is my personal experience. That's why if I feel that for me, email and cold calls, they have the four criterion. They are accessible, they are affordable, I feel comfortable with doing, and the last one is they give results. These are the four criteria that you need to check while choosing a marketing strategy. There is no bad or good marketing strategy, but there is a marketing strategy that's suitable for your business and another one that's not suitable for your business or our business as freelance translators.
So to sum up, you need to focus on something that brings you the results that you are seeking, right?
Yes, the results and something that you feel. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable for doing using a marketing strategy, it will not give you results.
Yeah, that's absolutely. You have to be
right?
confident about what you're doing.
Yeah. Because you probably won't be consistent while
you know,
because it's impossible to make yourself do those cold calls day after day after day. You'll probably stop doing it at some point.
Thanks, Elena, for pointing out this sentence, because as you can see, to do marketing, everything needs to be integrated. I mean, you need to choose. As you said, if you don't feel comfortable, you will not be consistent, which is another mistake translators, or not only translators. Actually, what I found out that all industries, or most of the industries, they have the same issues.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually apply only to marketing. You should do everything consistent to get results.
Yes.
Being a bit philosophical here.
Let me tell you something. When I also being this is okay. We need to be able to test things out. I know that we have potentials more than we can consider. For example, at the beginning of this year, I decided to make, I think you already knew or heard about my challenge that to produce or to create videos for 30 days. From the 1st of January till 30th of January. I produced 30 videos because I knew that using video is a very good marketing strategy, but I didn't feel comfortable doing it. So I had to push myself and check, and it has already given me some results, a few results, not a large scale, but still give me some results, and opened my mind to new ways to market myself. That's related to the mistakes that translators make. They have the fear of trying new things and checking if they will work out.
And getting out of your comfort zone, because making videos for 30 days straight, that's quite an achievement, I think.
Yes. And you know what, the opportunities are already out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
So you've been talking, and you mentioned that a website can be one of the great tools to market your services. I have a website. Elena has a website. You have a website, but maybe some of our viewers don't have the website, and they're kind of on the fence and don't see much potential there. Can you please explain how can translators use a website to market themselves?
Okay, for the there are direct marketing ways, and we can say there are indirect marketing ways. One of them is having a website. Let's say that you have a small website attached to your email account, and you just add it to the signature of your emails that you send out to your clients. Having a website into the signature of your email gives a more professional impression to your client that you really care about your business. Okay, this is an indirect way of using your website to do marketing. Maybe what comes to my mind when it comes to websites, I have two main categories or two main ways of using your website as a marketing tool. First is showing that you are an expert. Okay, this comes through blogging. As I think this was one of the questions that have been asked under the Ask a Question tab. You need to show your client that you are an expert in your field. There are different ways to do this. You can have videos, as you said, you can have podcasts or something. Also, you can write articles. And to show articles in the blog of or in your website to show the potential clients that you are an authority or an expert in your industry, that maybe you will write about. For me personally, I wrote an article. It was about something always my clients asked me about. It was about the different levels of Arabic. It was just one article that produced for me 3 clients that I'm still working with. I wrote this article like 3 or 4 years ago. It generated 3 new clients for me, and they kept sending me jobs till the last week or something. Because I have already wrote about something that my clients need to know about. I didn't write an article for other translators, and I respect that. But I write articles for translators in my personal blog because they know that they can find about my personal blog is directed to translators. But this article was written in a blog away of my website, and it has generated me 3 clients, as I said. So blogging through your website is a good marketing strategy to show that you are an expert in your niche or industry. Also, using search engine optimization, and I think Dmitry and Elena has already hosted someone to speak about SEO for translators. Maybe you can add a link to this episode about how they can build their website. But if you plan to do search engine optimization or what's called SEO for your website, you need to plan this from day one or even before building your own website. Yes, you can. If you have a website right now, yes, you can make some tweaks and make some changes to make it SEO friendly, as they say. But still, if you plan to use SEO as a marketing strategy, you need to plan the website, the structure of your website, writing the content of your website from day one of planning to write your own website, designing your website. Maybe you can add along with SEO, as we are talking about websites. Maybe you can consider paid ads for your website. Personally, I will test out Google AdWords. I haven't tested out yet, but just a couple of times or something. But still, I'm trying, or I plan to test it out for my website and see if it can give me some results. But the main not problem, but the main challenge of using your website as a marketing strategy is it needs time till you get results. You need to be patient till it gives you results, especially if you are talking about search engine optimization or blogging, because I was lucky that one blog post gave me 3 clients, but this is not the standard or the natural way of doing things. You need to keep writing and articles and doing some SEO tweaks to be able to get results from your website. I think we have covered how to use a website as a marketing strategy, right?
Yeah. Actually, I have a question. A lot of our viewers are newcomers to the profession. So when you say you have to use a website, you have to write articles for your clients, from a point of a newcomer to the profession, it might be a little bit challenging and confusing. For example, if I just graduated from a master's degree in translation, I probably have no idea what clients want, what kind of questions they have, and obviously I have no authority in this industry just yet because I have just graduated. So what are some of the things that or strategies newcomers to this profession can use successfully to market their services? Because it's a challenging field and it's tough to break through, and I don't want to send people on the wrong path and tell them go build a website and start writing for articles, because they're going to be very confused and they're going to be making a ton of mistakes, which is a good thing on one hand, but still not the best approach, I think. What's your take on this?
Yes, as we said or mentioned in the beginning of the session, I don't need translators. Like I was comparing the models of the big companies and the solopreneurs. Okay, and I said that this is a big mistake, that we always try to compare ourselves to the big companies, and we try to copy what they are doing in their own companies. As a newcomer, please don't make the same mistake. Don't compare yourself to other more experienced or freelance translators who have the privilege of testing out different strategies. For me, I've just started to test using my website as a marketing tool like 2 or 3 years maximum. 2 years, I think 2 years ago, after spending more than after working as a freelance translator and a business owner for more than 8 years. During these 8 years, I used different ways to market myself. Now, as we talk about, I've just added a link for another article about 5 ways you can contact new clients in 2018, but I will try to elaborate now. You can use email to market yourself. Okay, you can just send emails to potential clients. Go to browse.com or translatorscafe.com or even LinkedIn. You just can go to LinkedIn and you don't have to get the paid plan for all these platforms. The free plan is a good starting point. Go to these websites and search for potential clients that meet your needs and send them emails. To have all what you need is to have an email, okay, at Google, maybe not in your website, to have an email and to have a good CV. And if you are just starting out, maybe you will say that my CV, how can I build a CV as a newcomer? I don't have enough experience to add to my CV. Try to speak about your summer activities in your college or university. Try to do some projects for charities and ask their permission to add these projects into your CV, and try to take their names as references. So as a newcomer, if I'm a newcomer, I would just stick to the same strategy. I will use my email, my CV, and build a list of potential clients through Translators Cafe, Pros, and LinkedIn. And this marketing and email is affordable, accessible, and compatible with. Yes, Elena.
I just wanted to add about writing articles. It might be really challenging for newcomers to the profession to write articles for clients, because they probably don't know what, like Dmitry mentioned, they don't know what the clients actually want to know. There are some sites like Quora, where you can just go and have a look at what questions people are asking about your specialization. And another thing is that you don't actually have to write articles for clients in order to get jobs, or probably to get inquiries from potential clients. I happened to write an article called, I was just trying to find it on my blog because it was a couple of years ago already, 10 myths about the translation profession or something like that. And that article generated, it went kind of viral. It generated a lot of traffic to the website. And the thing was that I was writing about some myths that it was actually something that I had to face day in, day out. And a lot of translators could relate to that article and to those myths, because they were pretty widely spread. And the thing was that people could relate to the article, and they somehow felt that they knew me probably. So I got a couple of clients just because they liked my article. And I also got some recommendations. They were not direct clients, of course, they were agencies, but they were nicer agencies. And I was really glad that it happened that way. And so just don't be discouraged if you can't write about something that your clients or your direct clients want to know. You can write something that you're well familiar with, about something. Yeah, that actually works too, because if you write about something that you know, something that you are well familiar with, then you will sound sincerely, and people can relate to that. And yeah, it's actually, I think it's also related to personal branding, but it's another huge topic.
Yes. Okay.
So, what are some of the tools that freelance translators can use to market themselves? Is there anything you can recommend?
Like I said, email, maybe cold calls, also social media. But still, social media, what you need to do is to show yourself as an expert, and this is similar to using blogging on your own website. So I think maybe marketing also, maybe you can just direct yourself to the translation companies or the potential clients' websites and try to attack them and hunt for these clients. I mean, what many translators, not only translators, but many solopreneurs in different industries, they will just sit and wait for clients to come to them. But what I need, especially the newcomers, to take the initiative and try to go to the websites of the potential clients. And this is you can do this easily using Google. Write down maybe if you are in Russia, write down translation agency in Russia, and you can just head over to the companies that appear in the search results, and you will definitely find a contact form. Send emails to these companies via their contact form. Also, maybe if you are just missing LinkedIn, if you don't send the emails to clients via email, you can just contact them via LinkedIn and send messages to them. But please don't try to attack directly. I mean, don't offer your services to these clients in social media or specifically in LinkedIn unless you have built what's called a rapport or built a relationship with these clients. And this is a big mistake, or another fatal mistake actually, that people do. From time to time, I receive invitations from people from different industries, and the first email they sent to me, okay, hi Sherif, I know that you work in translation, I can help you in let's say Russian or French translation, but this was the first time I hear about them or I hear from them. How can I trust them? first they need to use social media effectively. You need to build relationship with your potential clients. This comes like you just comment on their own posts. If they read posts, you like them, or you can just send them. Maybe you just watch an article written by one of your potential clients in their own website. You can just send them a LinkedIn message telling them, I like this website, and if you can just give another opinion, maybe tell them what you have learned. Actually, when I receive a comment in my website from people saying, "Oh, thanks, Sherif, this is very nice article," and stop. Yes, I respect that you spend time to read my article and send me a comment, but what I feel that they don't have enough time to read all of the article or to consume all the information. But if they wrote a good comment saying that they liked this and that from the article, I feel or I trust that they have already read all the article. So using social media, especially LinkedIn, as BJ said, LinkedIn is a gold mine, but you have to just build relationships and then let them call you when they need you. I agree with you, BJ, for the half of the sentence that LinkedIn is a gold mine, but you don't let them call you when they need you. Okay, at some point you need to offer your services, because people maybe they don't know if they will need you one day, but still you need to offer your services to them. But you do this after you build your relationship with these clients. Let me check the article again for the 5 ways if we can find new things to market ourselves as translators. Phone calls, we have already talked about them. We talked about emails, but I like to elaborate more about emails, about how to write an email for your clients. What many freelance translators are used to, especially the newcomers, and I was guilty of this mistake also, that they send the long form emails telling the client that their names, their specialization, where are they coming from, and their rates and everything. But imagine that you received an email with like 500 words from someone that you are meeting for the first time. Actually, I don't read these emails. I will just move them into the spam folder or something. But what to use email effectively, this is one of the best phrases that I have heard before. You need to treat writing emails like copywriting. I mean, you need to write the copy of your email in a specific way that attract the attention of the potential clients. For example, don't write long form emails as the first email. Write a short one, like 2 or 3 sentences. Ask them a question, telling them, okay, my name is Sherif and I work in English to Arabic translation. Maybe do you consider hiring more translators? This is a one sentence only. This question will get the client engaged into conversation, and this is a very important point. The point of doing marketing or sales, the first step is to get the recipient or the other party engaged with yourself. By engaging, I mean starting a conversation. Even by the end, it will reject your offer or decline your offer. But if he doesn't reply, if he or she doesn't give any reply, you will never know if they need your service or not. So I always call the first email, if we are talking about email marketing in our space, I always consider the first email as a discovery email. You are just discovering or checking with the client if they need your services now or in the future. So use email consistently. Send like 5 to 10 maximum emails each day. Try to customize the email to the recipient. Like, don't say hi sir or madam. Write the name of the recipient and use short forms unless they ask for more information. Like if they ask you what are your qualifications, you can elaborate about your qualifications and other stuff. So yes, definitely you can use email as a very effective and powerful marketing tool. And personally, I have been using it for the last 10 years or something in my business.
Yeah, obviously email is a one of the best things to reach out to clients. And a lot of apps are trying to kill email these days with Slack and stuff like that. But I don't think it's ever going away.
Yes, but although, let me add something about this point, Dmitry. What's meant by email marketing? I mean, I will not discuss what's meant by email marketing, but usually when we talk about emails with translators, they head over to Google or something or another search engine and write email marketing. All, if not, I don't like to all. Most of the information found in Google about email marketing is not related to our business. This is my personal view. It's related to affiliate marketing and other online businesses about building an email list or and the other stuff, but it's not. These are not related to our business as to attract clients through email. So be careful. And if you need to find something online about how to write emails, search for writing business emails. This is the term that you need to use when you Google about how to write an email for your translation business.
Yeah, and probably learn how to write proper sales copy.
Yes, copywriting. Yes, this is definitely one of the best mechanisms that you can use to write emails.
Great. So, Sherif, the original topic of our conversation actually was one-page marketing plan, and we kind of moved in all kinds of directions, talked about marketing, social media, websites. So, can you please tell us a bit about this one-page marketing plan? What is this one page need to include, and what are the steps that you need to take in order to prepare an effective one-page marketing plan?
Okay, for your marketing plan to be a very effective plan, it should include 4 parts. The first part is, part A is your client profile. Then part B is your plan goals. Part C is tools, the tools that you will use to market your services. Part 4 or part D is the actions that you will follow or use to apply or to apply and execute your marketing plan. Let me try to elaborate about these 4 parts. Like the client, okay, I don't need you to be overwhelmed also by the information that you need to add under each of these 4 parts of the marketing plan. For the client, also I will add a link in a few moments about an actual plan that I have used for 90 days that generated 20 new clients for me at the start of my career as a freelance translator. Let's back to our topic that the first part is the client profile. You need to add the client location of your the location of your client, maybe the size of your client, the size of your potential client, and the specialization of this client. Let's say that I will work with clients found in United States. Okay, this you need to add this information, one sentence and under part 1, which is client profile. I will work with clients in United States. This client is a translation agency or a direct client with maximum 20 employees or something, or the work like their yearly revenue is 1 million USDs. Specialization, which you will offer, I will offer them business documents translation. I will offer them software localization. So under client profile, just write down the location and the client type or the size of the client and what specialization you will offer your clients. Then you will need to write about the goals. Try to write like 3 to 5 goals maximum for your plan. Like my goal is to build if you are just starting out your marketing plan, maybe you'll just need to build a database of new clients. Maybe, okay, my target for this plan is to build a database of 500 clients. Okay. Also, maybe your goal is to add it to the database of 20, 30, or even 10 new clients within 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. But you just need to have a timeline, a specific, where we were talking about smart goals.
Mm-hmm.
each goal doesn't have to comply with the 4 or the 5 criterion of the SMART goals. Just try to write goals more close to these SMART goals. Like, let's say, and the template that I'm going to add a link to says one of the goals is to be added to a database of 20 new clients in 90 days. This is specific, and I need to be added to the database of 20 new clients and time bound in 90 days. So try to write down 3 to 5 goals, nothing more, so you don't get yourself overwhelmed with these goals. Then this is part 2. So we talked about the client profile, the blank goals. Then try to speak about or write down the tools that you will use to do your to apply your goals or to achieve your goals. If you will use marketing strategy if you are going to use your website as a marketing strategy, maybe you will have to make sure that you have a website. But maybe as you are starting translator, maybe you'll just use your CV and a LinkedIn profile and an Excel sheet or a spreadsheet to add. If you plan to build a database of potential clients, if building a database of potential clients is one of your planned goals, you will just need a simple Excel sheet. Okay, so yeah. Write down the client profile, the blank goals, then the tools that you will use, and stick to these tools. And then comes an important part, which is the action part, which is how will you achieve the goals of this marketing plan. Write down or list down the actions that you will take to achieve the goals of this plan. Like, if your plan includes contacting or being added to the database of 20 clients in 90 days, that means you need to contact clients. Will you contact them via email or calls? Okay, I will contact them, let's say, via emails. Make sure that the actions you write down have a daily goal or at least a weekly goal of sending, let's say, 50 emails to new clients. This is one of the actions that you need to list down under the part 4 or the actions part of your marketing plan. Maybe if you plan to build yourself as an expert in your niche or in your specialization, maybe you will have to write articles into your website or to your LinkedIn profile. So under the actions, write down exactly what you are going to do to achieve the goals of your plan. Mm-hmm. So basically, the plan is it should include the client profile, the plan goals, the tools you will use, and the actions that you will take to achieve this goal. Now I'm going to add a link in the chat box for the plan.
This does sound like a very practical and sound plan. That the only thing you need is to act.
That's it. So, Dmitry, are you convinced that you just need one page marketing plan?
Yeah, I'm convinced. The only thing I think that as a lot of businesses are focusing on making a marketing plan for a year, I think this plan probably gonna be just for a few months until you achieve the goal, and then you'll have to write another one-page plan. So playing the devil advocate here a little bit. If you want to do it for a whole year, you'll probably need more than one page, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but okay, maybe what you after applying, not even after applying, maybe you if we are going to write a plan for 90 days, maybe you just need to review the plan and check what's working out, is not working out, because this happens a lot, many times, that you write the goals and you write the strategy that you will follow, and you expect this strategy will achieve the results or will generate specific results, and you find out that it will not give you the needed results. That's why you need to adjust the plan and move forward. Regarding the 90 days and the 1 year, Janae Spry held the webinar about Guys, can you see me?
No, but we can hear you.
But you can hear me. Okay.
Yeah,
do you remember? Do you remember Elena? So about now.
Oh, yeah. Now we can see you.
So we are. Do you remember Elena when I talked about the power cut and had to do some precautions? So sorry guys about this, but we have some power issues in Egypt, and
That's what I call well prepared.
yes, luckily I bought a UPS for my router for the internet connection. If I just bought it like 30 days ago or something. So back to our topic. The 90 days plan for me. I was also overwhelmed with writing like 3 to 5 years plan, at least 1 to 3 years of a marketing preparation and marketing plan to apply it. But after a few years, I was convinced by the concept or the strategy that Junaid Spry was talking about it in a recent webinar about you just need to write a plan for the coming 90 days. Okay, then you review it and you invent goals for the next 90 daes, etc., etc. Because following this pattern will give you a feeling of that you're not stressed to wait for the results for the coming year. You just need to test out what is giving result and adjust it in the future.
Yes.
So you can
actually, yes, we can. Actually, there's even this planning only for 90 days is, I think it's also connected with what you mentioned at the beginning, that we don't have to copy the big companies in everything they do, because probably big companies do need a 1 year or 3 years or 5 years marketing plans, but we as small business owners don't always need that. And I've also heard that there's even a book and a theory that if someone plans exactly for 90 days, or I think 12 weeks, it's basically 90 days, right? Yeah, approximately.
Yes, 90 days, yes.
Yeah, so with that times, when someone plans for a shorter time span, then he or she can work more effectively. So there's a book called 12-Week Year, and people got great results from planning for shorter time periods, not for 1 year, but because you know that you have less time to fulfill that plan, then you just go right into action and don't procrastinate for half a year. So yeah, that
also,
makes a lot of sense.
Also, maybe in
procrastination
the
is the best part of freelancing.
Because we don't have bosses. You know, someone told me that if you are working as an in-house employee or something, you will have one boss. But if you work as a freelance translator, as a freelancer, you will have like tens of bosses, because all your clients seem to be like your boss, and they are each and every one of them is pushing on you to achieve the results that you need.
Yeah.
Sherif, we have a question in question box from our viewer. Marie asks, would you recommend social media and platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp for promoting your services? What's your opinion about this platform?
Okay, I have two factors to consider to say if this is a good strategy or not. The first factor is, at what stage are you in your freelancing career? If you are just starting out, I don't recommend using social media or depending only on social media platforms to generate clients, because this is a long-term game. But if you are an experienced translator and you already have not enough, but you already have a running business of freelance translation, yes, you can definitely use social media. If you're just starting out, you need to combine social media with another strategy like email or calls. Which platform you need to be using? You need to be using the platform where your client exists. For example, for me personally, I don't work in fashion or industries, so I directly go to LinkedIn, because I work with technical life science, and other related industries. And these clients exist on LinkedIn or in LinkedIn. If you are a freelance translator and you work with direct clients specifically, and you work in the fashion industry or the marketing strategy, Instagram is a good marketing or is a good social media platform that you can use. So to use or not to use social media, it depends on where your clients exists, and also if you feel comfortable with at what stage are you with your freelancing career.
Yeah.
I would also add that even if you use social media, then it's always good to have your own website, even a small one, just because it's your own platform, and the rules that apply to that platform won't be changed. Because I know that there are a lot of changes with Facebook and Instagram, that people who promote their services there, that they really don't like those changes and they can do absolutely nothing about it. So it's good to use social media as something that will attract potential clients and then lead them to your website or newsletter or something like that. So it's always I wouldn't say it's a reliable strategy to use only social media platforms. It's always best to combine it, as you said, with your own website or email marketing. So yeah.
Yes, because I'm advocate of using websites to as a marketing tool, because you already own the website itself.
Exactly.
But you don't own the platform. You don't own your profile in Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, because as you said, anytime that Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, they can change their algorithm or can change their terms, and you can lose clients. And this already happened with a few people that I know. After the latest changes into the algorithm or the way that Facebook works, they have already lost some of their clients. What I believe is that digital marketing is, as a broad term, and under digital marketing there are different ways, is the best marketing or the best large marketing strategy that freelancers can use. But to do it effectively, you actually need to have a website. You need to, as you mentioned, Elena, you need to direct all those visitors to your social media profiles and any other platform online to your own website. Because once they know your website, if they missed you in any social media platforms, they definitely know that where they can find you. They can find you in your website.
Yeah, exactly. So all questions answered, actually. And to wrap it up, one last question. What is the marketing strategy that works best for you right now? I think I'm stealing this question from Tess with this podcast. I hope you wouldn't mind it.
Okay, the best strategy that generates results is email marketing. Sorry, not email marketing. It's email. Yes, using email effectively daily. Me and my business partner, we are using it as the most effective strategy, because we already have access to it. I know how to write emails, how to write I call it the chain of the emails, because as I told you, I consider the first email as a discovery email. I know how to write a follow-up email, how to check the latest updates of my clients, how to organize the content of my emails that I can attract clients. I held a few weeks ago, I held 17 free coaching sessions with different freelance translators. And a few days ago, I received an email. One of them was one of my email subscribers. We talked about how to use email, and it was a one-to-one free coaching, and we spoke a lot about it. A few days ago, he just sent me a note that, following the guidelines of the emails of how to write an email, he noticed an increase in the response rate coming from clients. Regarding emails, I can also add a link to. Actually, you can find this link in the homepage of my website, also under the 5 ways to contact clients. How I have added, or I have written a guide about how to write emails to your clients, to attract clients, or use emails as a good marketing strategy. So email marketing is actually the most effective marketing strategy that I have used and still used right now. Yes, I combine email with different strategies. I have added search engine optimization as a free. Yes, it takes time, but according to my testing, it will give more results in the near future. Also, I plan in June or July maximum to test out paid ads, but I know there is a learning curve in these new strategies. But
like
I have the privilege. Yes, I have to test out the results, and also I have the privilege of testing out new strategies because I already have enough flow of clients now.
Yeah.
Great. So thank you very much, Sherif, for joining us for the first episode of our new season. It's the 5th, right?
Yes.
Already. Thank you guys who joined us to watch this live. I hope you found it useful. I certainly feel inspired to up my marketing efforts a bit. I hope you do too. Please don't forget to check out our our sponsor's website by clicking the green button below, or by clicking the first link in the description if you are watching this in the recording. Also, don't forget to check out our website at translatorsonair.com and subscribe to our mailing list so that you don't miss future episodes. And please share this episode with your friends and colleagues. I think they can find a couple of useful things here too. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.